The United States assures the Philippines it will come to its aid if its vessels are attacked in the South China Sea, as provided under their 68-year-old Mutual Defense Treaty. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo says he gave this assurance to top Philippine officials during his overnight Philippine visit.
As the South China Sea is part of the Pacific, any armed attack on Philippine forces, aircraft, or public vessels in the South China Sea would trigger mutual defense obligations under Article 4 of our Mutual Defense Treaty.
Pompeo's declaration comes as Philippine Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana says he asked lawyers to review the Philippines' Mutual Defense Treaty with the U.S. Lorenzana questions whether the MDT was still relevant, given the Philippines' dispute with China in the South China Sea. President Rodrigo Duterte often publicly expressed doubt that the U.S. would ever come to the country's aid against China's aggression in the crucial water lane. Vice President Leni Robredo says court decisions in the Philippines and abroad are enough proof the Marcoses amassed ill-gotten wealth. In a radio interview, Robredo says she doesn't know where President Rodrigo Duterte's statement that allegations of ill-gotten wealth against ousted dictator Ferdinand Marcos are not yet proven. She says, quote, "Didn't he ask them to pay to return the money they stole? In fact, there are victims of martial law who have been compensated."
They want to say is that Marcos was a dictator that he stole. Until now, you have not proven anything except to sequester and sell. Hindi mo nga sigurado kung talagang kay Marcos ba yan.
Robredo has been vocal in her criticism of the Marcoses on key issues. She has also opposed moves of the administration to help the family revise history, notably the burial of the late dictator at the libingan ng mga bayani. Human rights lawyer Ted Tess says 5 years after the Supreme Court decided cyber libel is constitutional, the charges against Rappler and its CEO Maria Ressa are bringing up issues that may prompt a revisit of the once hotly contested law. Te and the Free Legal Assistance Group, or FLAG, have taken on the cyber libel case against Rappler, Ressa, and the writer of the disputed article, former researcher Ray Santos Jr.
Basically, two specific grounds: that the charge, the information, does not state an offense, that cyber libel is not an offense as pleaded in the information, for many reasons, among which is that it has prescribed. Second is that there is no multiple republication rule in the Philippines as far as cyber libel is concerned.
Ressa and Santos were supposed to be arraigned on Friday, but the schedule was reset to give time to the Department of Justice to respond to the motion to quash prepared by Flag for Rappler. Complainant and businessman Wilfredo Keng was represented only by lawyers. Keng's lawyer Ryan Cruz says this is a, quote, wake-up call for all media outlets to be judicious and responsible in their reporting. While the Rappler article was published in 2012, or months before the Cybercrime Act was enacted, and a complaint was filed only 5 years later, the DOJ still charged Rappler for cyber libel because it considered the typographical edits made on February 19, 2014 as continuous publication. They argues that on that date, the TRO was still in effect, so there was no law to apply this republication rule.
It's ridiculous that Rappler and I have had to face at least 10 cases in the span of about a year, that I've had to post bail 6 times, and to be arrested and detained based on a cyber libel law that A, didn't exist, and B, even if you go by what the charge sheet says, may TRO nga eh, wala pang law.
YouTube on Thursday says it will disable user comments on a broad array of videos featuring children to prevent predatory behavior after revelations about a glitch exploited for sharing of child pornography. A small number of video creators will be allowed to keep comments enabled, but will be required to carefully moderate commentary and to deploy software tools provided by YouTube. YouTube accelerates the release of an improved classifier. It said it will detect and remove twice the number of policy-breaking comments by individuals. All this comes after a YouTube creator revealed what he called a wormhole that allowed comments and connections on child porn alongside videos. Pop group Jonas Brothers confirmed the rumors of their reunion in the best way possible by announcing a new single. The band, made up of brothers Kevin, Joe, and Nick, update their social media accounts on February 28 with a new photo and links to Sucker, their first song in 5 years. The brothers released the song and the music video Friday and coincides with the band's appearance on James Corden's The Late Late Show.
Yep, we're back.
I'm slipping into the lava, and I'm drinking.